welcome to episode 16 of the Lee Joins Character Unlock podcast.
Wait, wouldn't it be episode 17?
He said this would be the 16th.
I think this is 16.
I thought he said he'd done 16.
Yeah, including this one.
Okay.
Yeah, he said this will be my 16th. Those were the words.
Clearly I just wasn't listening to Lee.
Fair enough.
That's an unconfirmed number.
Welcome to the 16th-ish Character Unlock podcast featuring Lee Loveridge. My name's Brooker and I'm hosting this week, and joining me as always is my good buddy John.
Hello.
And for the 16th time, my good buddy Lee.
Hello.
Hello lads, how we doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. How's Lee?
Excellent.
Good. Are we still surviving the lockdown?
Is surviving the right word?
Well, if it's not, you're dead and I'm talking to a ghost.
I'm okay with that.
I'm kinda not.
Yeah, but you like horror, so ghosts good for you.
Yeah, but I don't like them when they talk to me down my computer.
Yeah, he knows all the tropes of horror films, mate. He knows what's going to happen to the first guy that talks to the ghost.
That's alright, Lee's black. He's the first one to go.
Oh,
Wow.
That's right, yeah. I'm a female, so I don't really get any lines in this movie.
Probably for the
Yay,
best.
Tropes.
You say that, right?
I especially don't talk to any other females about something that isn't a male.
No, definitely don't do that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Lads, I've read far too much shit about this the last few days. It's absolutely insane. I've bought a ton of books about it. Literally, I now own books on Final Girl Theory, which I didn't think was something I would ever do.
Mental.
Or need to do.
Well, it's homework for the horror podcast. I'm doing the next episode of the horror pod with Emma next week, and she will be schooling me on Final Girl Theory, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's going to be a laugh. But yeah,
Awesome.
I have homework to do. Which you could
They
have
did a
spent
really
about
good
40
piece
quid
on
on
one of
books.
the latest. Did a good piece on it on one of the latest Rick and Morty episodes. It was quite funny.
Okay.
If you're not a fan, don't watch it. But if
I'm not a fan
latest-
of Rick and Morty.
But they did a really good piss take of the Final Girl Theory on it as well,
Okay.
which was quite funny. They end up shooting rainbows out of the vaginas. It's mental.
Okay. Wow.
Well, it is a crazy cartoon after all. It's not...
Yeah. But yeah, we all... So surviving is not quite the right word then. I don't know, I think surviving works for me.
Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying the peace and quiet. If I'm honest.
I have no peace and quiet.
Well, no, but I mean, in outside, when you stand outside, it's relatively quiet in comparison to what it used to be, and I quite enjoy that.
I don't know, mate. I mean, maybe it's different where you are, but down here, fucking hell. It's like nothing's changed.
Wow, well, a bit webbed feet down there, ain't you?
A little bit, yeah. Fucking idiots, mate, all of them. Never seen so many people. We took a dog for a walk 2 hours ago because it was too hot to take her for a long walk at lunchtime. So we took her for a little walk. There's a big fucking park behind our estate. They've got zip wires and slides and shit. And there've been signs all over it for weeks saying play park closed, and people have ignored it. They've literally taped it up now, mate. There's tape everywhere saying do not go in here. And I also, there's fucking people on the seesaw. There's people on the zip. I'm like, you fucking bunch of retards, all of you.
Well,
What is wrong with people, man?
maybe they just can't read.
I don't believe that for a sec. Well, yeah, not being able to read is one thing, but ignoring the red and white fucking tape everywhere, come on. It's like the universal symbol for get the fuck off of it.
I thought red and white was for building site.
Just get some of that biohazard tape that you can get hold of from work.
I don't like stealing from work.
But still,
He doesn't like it, but he'll still do it.
well, I mean, yeah, just put biohazard tape around everything, and then see if anyone goes onto it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I might try that. I might just sit in the middle of it all day and just sit there coughing. It's quite close to my house, so I reckon I can still get wireless over there. I could do my work on my iPad from the park. Be all good.
Just get a long extension lead.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the height of my lockdown since the last time we talked. Still having
Yeah, it's
to.
not really a hell of a lot going on. I
No,
know
it's
that I'm looking forward to this Friday. If I'm honest, there's a little sort of restaurant thing down the road from me. They're doing a hog roast, social distancing hog roast on Friday afternoon, where you just go down, you queue up, and you get your hog in a bun
nice.
and paying fuck off. So I'm looking forward to going down and getting some of that with Arthur at lunch, and then my local pub, I don't know what you really call it, sort of modern hipster brewery pub. They're reopening for takeaway beer on Friday as well. So
Wow.
looking forward to getting down there and getting 4 pints in a milk carton.
I mean, I can nip to Asda and get takeaway beer, just buy a crate of beer and come home with it. It's perfect.
Different.
I'm not sure it is.
Takes all the fun out of it as well.
Fair enough.
I've got a mate coming around for a game of darts because it's about the only social distancing game I think we can play.
You could play like 1-2 switch and sit there boxing at each other from 2 meters
true.
away.
Yeah,
great.
good shout. Yeah, I could play some Switch games or something. I could put it outside because
Yeah.
we're all standing outside. Obviously, could get a TV outside and just play like Mario Kart or something on a big TV.
There you go. See?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. That's it. Outside gaming.
Wow.
Looking forward to that now. Beer and games. It's like heaven. I think the worst thing about this lockdown for me is the inability to sort of see family members and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And while I still talk to them and I see them on video calls and stuff, it's not the same. It's not the same. So that's. I mean, other than that, I'm absolutely fine. But I am missing the social interaction. I think most. I like going out on the piss with the lads every, once a month or something.
Yeah.
But gives me plenty of game time, I suppose.
Oh my god! If only that were true. Okay, we had the Xbox Series X showcase.
They called it a gameplay showcase. Don't forget.
Oh, this
with
shit.
hardly any gameplay. I mean, some of it did have gameplay, but a lot of it just looked like video.
I think we do need to talk about this as well. So 2 weeks ago, when we were first talking about Valhalla, obviously we'd just seen the trailer for it, and they said next Thursday, Xbox Series X, such and such. See the first exclusive reveal of our Assassin's Creed gameplay trailer. I'm not being funny. I don't think Ubisoft are allowed to actually redefine the term gameplay trailer.
No,
because gameplay
I'm
trailer
pretty sure I didn't see any.
should be a trailer with some fucking gameplay in it. Now, don't get me wrong, the trailer looked gorgeous, but there was no fucking gameplay anywhere to be seen. Anywhere.
No, I think there was one couple of second cut of what looked like it may have been the character running forwards like it was in gameplay, but I mean, don't get me wrong, if the game comes out and legitimately that's what the game looks like, fucking amazing. But I'm not expecting it to stray too far from what every single other Assassin's Creed game looked like.
No, absolutely not. And considering Ashraf Ishmael, the director, came out and went, "We know you're expecting gameplay, don't worry, there's more to come." That says to me, that wasn't fucking in-game gameplay. That was pre-rendered nonsense.
Yep.
And the thing is, no one would have cared. If you'd have just gone another trailer coming at the Xbox Series X showcase, everyone would have loved it. But you called it a gameplay trailer and put no gameplay in it. Fuck you.
It was definitely a bizarre advertisement issue, I think. Seemed a weird thing to do.
There seems to be a lot of mixed messages with the marketing for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. While we're talking, I'm going to bring this article up I read the other day. Hold on. a little peek behind the curtain. When a couple of days before we do this podcast, I tend to have a bit of a search around for video game news, and I email the lads, or lad if it's just one of us, with a couple of things maybe worth talking about. So I came across an article which has since fucking disappeared. Come on, you massive fucking... Here we go. So Ubisoft affirms, pretty sure that's supposed to say confirms, Assassin's Creed Valhalla map will be bigger than Odyssey's. Right?
I'm already out now.
They've said marginally bigger, haven't they? They
So-
have added a load of other information this week to back that up a little bit better, though. So it's not.
Well-
I mean, when you first sent that to me, I thought, "Fuck it, that sounds bleak already."
So here's the
But-
thing I read, right? This is terrible. So the second paragraph is this on Video Gamer, for anybody that wants to go and have a read. Earlier this month, we found out that Valhalla won't be the longest or biggest game in the series. That goes to an article that is called Assassin's Creed Valhalla won't be the longest or biggest game in the series, says Ubisoft. Because Ubisoft has brought on board the criticisms of Odyssey, this filled me with optimism, especially after hearing that a whopping 15 of Ubisoft's subsidiary studios were involved in the development of Valhalla. 15 different studios working on one game, which is fucking mental. That's something like
Does seem
30%.
crazy.
There's something like 30% of Ubisoft's subsidiaries and studios. We also found out the game will feature an experimental narrative. I didn't even bother reading that because it sounds fucking horrendous. And then, it literally goes, which seems to suggest that the grandeur of Odyssey had been swapped for a more focused experience. Everything you've just read, chuck it out the window, because producer Julien Lefebvre has revealed that Valhalla will actually be the biggest game in the series so far. I would actually say, in terms of range, Valhalla is probably a bit larger than Odyssey, said Lefebvre in an interview with YouTuber. We have not only created the whole country, which in this case is England, but also a good part of Norway too. Odyssey's map of the city states of Greece spanned approximately 90 square miles of playable terrain, and if it's larger than that, reviewers have a Hercules, and it just goes on. 90 square miles of playable game in Odyssey.
Wow.
And it feels like it when you play it. It's huge. It looks huge. It feels massive. And it does feel fucking Herculean trying to get around it. Bigger than that? Fuck
I mean,
off.
it's just said that it's got the whole of the UK in,
Yeah.
which, isn't that like 420, 600?
Yeah,
600 miles top to bottom.
it will probably be the same way, like the
stunted version.
same way that the Crew you can drive all the way across America. Well, you can't really, because no one can drive across America in 45 minutes. But
Is that a challenge, mate?
well, you can have a go if you fancy it, mate. Go for it.
Have you got the crew?
But
Yeah, I mean, they've released a couple of other snippets this week. So they're saying that the story isn't going to, you're not going to be limited by your level to complete the story anymore. They're not going to force you to have to do thousands of side quests to make sure you're leveled up enough to continue the storyline.
well, that's good
And
news considering
that's great news.
I walked away from Odyssey this week, never to turn it back on because I got sick to the back fucking teeth of grinding for levels.
Yeah, that sucks. Big donkey balls.
Well, it just seemed completely fucking unbalanced, and it feels unbalanced in a way that isn't just to make me grind for the game. It feels unbalanced in a way to make me spend money on upgrading myself. Real money to upgrade in game.
Well, that to me that looked 100% the reason for the size and the problems. The problems that people brought up with it were problems that could be rectified by paying.
Yeah.
So it's obvious what it was there for.
Oh, 100%. And this was what was really starting to piss me off. So I kind of text you guys why I stopped last week, and I literally what it was. I was a level 16, 15. Walked into into Act 2 or whatever it was. had 3 missions I had to go to. One was a level 17 and 2 were level 19. So I went, okay, I'll go level 17. I should be able... No, level 16, sorry, I should be able to do this. It'd be fine. Went in there, started the story. Go here, it says, and collect a thing. So I went there to collect a thing, and all the enemies there are level 19. Like, I can't even stealthily assassinate any of these people now. I can't. The game won't let me. So I need to fuck off and grind a shitload of side quests just to upgrade my level enough just to do a story quest. Just fuck off. So I kind of snuck through the thing and I played Assassin's Creed for years. I figured it out. But then went back, done the thing, and it went, you now need to do this. And it was like, do these side quests here. Just do all of the side quests. That was my mission. I went, no.
That is fucking dicey, ain't it?
I just went, no, I'm not doing that. I came out of the game and uninstalled it. I just, no. I've tried it twice now. Odyssey will be the first Assassin's Creed game that I just do not finish. Fuck it.
No, I mean, it is putting me off playing it.
Maybe you'll have a different experience. Maybe I'm just being a bitch about it, but I don't like it. I don't like wasting my time. I have precious little gaming time. I'm not wasting it collecting fucking feathers and, you know, knocking out level 2 ships out in the middle of fucking nowhere just for a few quid. I'm not.
I mean, I kind of thought the same thing with Origins, and some of the choices in there really puzzled me. And one of the main ones was the game forced me to kill and slaughter thousands upon thousands of animals. Never mind doing any of the other stuff, just to upgrade 6 pieces of gear.
Yep.
I had to kill hundreds. I even lost count. And then there is missions in the game as well, where it was stating things like crocodiles are the incarnation on Earth of Sekhmet, the god. You shouldn't kill them. You shouldn't do anything with them. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And yet here's me just fucking mowing down thousands of them just to make a new
because you need a new wallet.
Glove. Yeah. And I'm thinking, fucking, like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, okay. You can buy materials with real cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise! Yeah. So, I mean, I found Origins annoying, but once I got to the point where I could just filter through the story and I could not worry too much about loads of side quests. Obviously, I still had to do a few. I generally just only picked up the ones that were my level. So, if, you know, for instance, if I was level 20, I'd pick up level 20 and 21 side quests.
Yeah.
Because they give you the most XP. And I wouldn't bother going back to the early areas of the game because the side quests would be like level 5. It'd be completely fucking pointless to do it.
Yeah.
With the exception of if they had a legendary weapon available, in which case I would probably have done it because you can still level the weapon up.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Odyssey is just that times 10, I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. I was thinking about whipping your gamer tag away and getting on it straight away, just carrying on. But then I thought, fuck it, I'll play a load of other shit first.
Yeah, I
finish some games.
I'm absolutely gutted to say it. I'll be honest. Because I love Assassin's Creed. I'm not playing Odyssey anymore.
Is there a nemesis system in Odyssey?
There's a bounty hunter system which is similar, yeah.
Right, yeah. I was watching a mate called. I think you guys have played with him a long time ago, maybe when we were on Assassin's Creed. But it's called Games Guru, I think, on here on the Xbox. And I was watching him play it the other day, and I think he was messing around with that. And obviously, I didn't understand what he was doing because I'd not played the game. But it looked like some sort of nemesis system, and then he was just running for ages to find this guy and then murking this guy and then doing another one. I thought, actually, that looks really boring.
So there's a couple of systems that... So you got that, the bounty hunter / nemesis system. You've got a cult that you discover towards the end of the first act. And one of your many, many tabs in the pause menu is the cult menu, which has a world of fucking people in it that you have to find and kill, and when you kill them, they give you little bits of first civilization technology, and you use those to upgrade your super duper King Leonidas spear. Well, this is a whole fucking set of side quests I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Because
And
it doesn't
so
even tell
Odyssey
you
is
that you
set
found a
before
load.
Origins as well.
Say that again.
Origins is set. Origins is after Odyssey.
Yeah,
Is that
Odyssey's set before it, yeah.
so
Even
Odyssey
though,
doesn't technically have anything about the Brotherhood in it? Then
not that I saw. It does have, it has the tech, so it's got all the first civilization stuff in it. It took me 8 hours before I saw it, but it's got first civilization stuff in it.
do you
then
think they'll ever end?
No.
Do you think they'll ever figure out what the first civilization were doing and why they talk about years 2012 and all that all the time? Who fuck knows?
No, because that all got forgotten quite quick, didn't it?
I've got no fucking idea what's going on. What about you, John?
No idea. To be honest, I can't remember an Assassin's Creed game that I actually played apart from like
Black Flag.
Yeah. I mean, I played Syndicate and I really enjoyed Syndicate, but I don't think I really paid attention to the outside of the
forgettable.
story.
It was pretty forgettable. I remember liking the two characters playing off against each other, but the game itself was pretty forgettable, I think.
Yeah, I almost completely have wiped all of the memory that is the present day parts of the game.
Yeah.
For
I
lack
really
of a
like the
better
one
term.
with Desmond
Yeah.
because he was linked through the games and, he had his own little story arc going on and it was quite interesting. And obviously it was voiced by the fantastic Nolan North as well, if I remember rightly.
Yep.
And then, spoiler alert, they killed him off. So now they just talk about him all the time instead.
Yeah. Subject
So
17.
the poor guy can't get a break in death.
No.
Don't they just refer to it as the Desmond ancestry line?
Yes, once he's dead and they're just working within his DNA, they just call him Subject 17.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Because he saved the world from exploding from the sun or some shit.
Yeah.
If
And
I
then
remember rightly.
yeah, and then Abstergo decided to make a video game out of him, which is how we got to Black Flag.
Yeah. And then, so Origins, you kind of find out that they can now use any old shit. It doesn't need to be a live person. You can use any old shit to go back in memories because it's stored within DNA if you can find some, basically.
Yeah.
And you don't need a live subject, which and the person actually in the animus doesn't need to be related to the person that you're fuking the memory off.
Yeah.
And then it just fucking crazy shit, isn't it, after that?
At this point, they should probably just go, you know what? These are no longer Assassin's Creed games. Let's not even bother having the present day bullshit.
But this is what we said the other week. We're at a point now where Ubisoft want to make a Greek Odyssey game. They want to make an ancient Egypt game. They want to make a Viking game. But they can't justify it unless they call it Assassin's Creed because it won't sell unless they call it Assassin's Creed. Or they don't think it will sell.
It's kind of why it was being rumoured that they were going to call it the Assassin's Creed Empires games.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, here's a load of historical empires in the world that we've just decided to throw the Assassin's Creed name on, because if we don't put it on there, people will be, well, this is just a fucking Assassin's Creed knockoff.
Yeah.
In reality, what they've done is they've put the Assassin's Creed name on an Assassin's Creed knockoff.
Pretty much.
I think for me, all they need to do is have a clarification that the underlying story doesn't need to continue in each fucking game. They don't just need to keep stretching it out. They could just end the story on each one. It doesn't need to be the final piece. I mean, movies, all types of media, books, everything. They still have a start and a finish. Otherwise, it wouldn't be particularly satisfying. The problem I find with a lot of the Assassin's Creed is the main game bit, so like in Origins, the Egyptian section does end, as kind of. But the overlying story just sets out sort of it's like, what the fuck? Still going?
Yeah.
Like 20 games deep. When am I actually going to get some sort of feel good, figure out what's going on, and a little bit more information about what's going on outside? I think it just feels like it's sprinkled in there for the sake of it, instead of where they could actually do something with it instead.
Yeah.
I don't get the feeling that they're ever going to get to a point where all of these people have joined the Brotherhood and such in the modern day section. When is anything going to happen with that? Are they ever really going to go and do an Assassin's Creed modern day, which is what I thought they were aiming to do when with the Desmond piece? So interesting. Although I did like in Origins that they referenced the Animus from the film.
Yeah, they referenced the movie. They referenced all the movie in the emails and the backstory and that. So
I've not watched the film. All I know is the crazy Animus in the film. So I knew that when they were talking about that, I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, so if you read through like the emails and shit, you hear about the stuff that happens in the film. I almost gave away the fucking end to the film for a guy that hadn't seen it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, they reference all the stuff that happens in the film, which I really like, because while the film ain't that great, I still kind of liked it. But for the most part, I'm a bit of an Assassin's Creed apologist, and maybe that's why I liked it.
Well, as a standalone film, it was fucking awful. But as an Assassin's Creed film, it kind of did what it said on the tin.
Just as a standalone film, mate, I grew up watching fucking action movies in the 90s. That ain't the worst thing I've seen on any kind of plane ever.
No, but if you're going to compare it to action films from the 90s, it's pretty good. If you're going to compare it to like most of the other films that you watched that year, it's pretty low on the list.
Well, yeah, you're probably right.
But as fan service to an Assassin's Creed game, it did its job. It was a film based on a video game that doesn't know what the fuck it's doing in its own right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Fassbender took it on, if I'm honest. But I suppose there comes a point where you can't resist the amount of dollars they're throwing at you.
Well, he just worked with the guy that made it, because it was made by the guy that made Macbeth that he was in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fucking hell, mate. No. 2016. Got a load of great films, but we also had La La Land, Batman vs Superman, Sausage Party, Fantastic Beasts. No. It weren't the worst film that came out that year at all. Star Trek Beyond, X-Men Apocalypse.
How dare you put a Sausage Party in that list?
Sausage Party sucked.
It was so much fun.
It was
Fuck
utter shite. I seen a better film on Tramp's Teeth. The fucking Ninja Turtles movie, The Legend of Tarzan. Fucking hell, 2016 was a dog. Anyways.
X-Men Apocalypse had Olivia Munn in it. It gets a buy.
No,
it doesn't. That was fucking abysmal.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Her part in it was abysmal.
X-Men Apocalypse is one of the worst films I've ever seen. And it's definitely the worst X-Men movie. Suddenly, Wolverine is not the worst X-Men movie by quite a fucking distance now.
Origins is a laugh compared to Apocalypse, mate.
Yeah. Anyways, let's quit bitching about Assassin's Creed and go talk about the other stuff from the Series X thing. What else did we have? Bright Memory Infinite. What was Bright Memory Infinite?
That was the first-person sort of futuristic shooter. It was set in like if I remember rightly, it was like a sort of Japanese set, but it was pissing it down with rain. The lighting looked amazing. She had some sort of crazy special power. I don't know whether it was magic or cybernetic or what, but yeah, it looked pretty cool. Looked impressive. The rain looked pretty impressive. You see stuff like that. So
I think this is going to be a big. We're going to say this a lot. I think all of the stuff that we saw looked gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, in its way. So whether or not we saw a bit of dirt as well. I don't care about the dirt games, but it
looked outstanding.
Yeah,
definitely.
Call of the Sea. What was Call of the Sea?
Wasn't that the puzzle?
That's the puzzle game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked alright, man.
was like 1930s
Yeah, set in
type.
the 30s. The first-person puzzler. South Pacific Island.
So South Pacific, the video game.
Yeah, pretty much. Chorus.
Oh, that's the pilot and sentient starfighter single player game.
Cool. Oh yeah, I remember.
Interesting.
Looked alright.
Yeah, that's gonna be the game I definitely pick up on launch, assuming it doesn't get the Crackdown treatment.
Cool.
It's a Deep Silver game, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's one thing that Deep Silver do is actually
Is
make
it
fun
though?
games.
Let's try and
Oh,
forget.
so you've not played Agents of Mayhem then?
or Homefront: The Revolution.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say good. I said fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Dirt 5.
Yeah, that's
Any Dirt players
I'll
here?
end- Yes and no. I can pick and play. They don't hold my interest for very long.
Fair enough.
They can get pretty boring pretty quickly.
But this one's got a story mode that has both Troy Baker and Nolan North.
Cool. It's not arcadey enough for me. It's too serious.
All rally games are like that for me. I can't do them. I can't deal with them at all.
Well, the Dirt main games are as arcadey as a rally game can be, I guess, because you've got the whole Ken Block Hoonigan situation with Dirt games. It's the Dirt rally games that are the super ridiculous.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realise there were much difference. I thought they were. I can't say I'll buy it because I'm in the same boat as Brooker. I just get bored of them extremely quickly.
Yeah.
They usually have a good soundtrack. I don't know how that helps him whatsoever, but
It helps me briefly for the 4 hours that I'll play it.
4 hours is generous. I wouldn't even get that far.
you could probably listen to the whole soundtrack about 6 times through that. The soundtrack's great. They only have like 5 songs.
Maybe one day. I doubt it though. There's so many other things to play. I just wouldn't pick up a racing game. I struggle on Horizons. I don't play that for very long. A couple of days and then it's done as well. So
yes, not going to be for me. I don't think.
We'll go on Game Pass at some point.
Yeah. We got our typical, what would usually be saved for E3, but not this year apparently. Look at Madden NFL, so Madden 21. With good old Patrick Mahomes on the cover. Same as every year. I'll rent it or buy it, play it for a few hours, win a Super Bowl, and then put it on the shelf and never to touch it again.
I won't even do that.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to pick it up.
Scarlet Nexus, which was the Japanese-looking thing, the Bandai Namco one.
It looked just like everything they're fucking releasing now.
Yeah, doesn't it just?
It just looked like overly convoluted Japanese dog shit.
Yep.
Wait, is that the one that was like weird tech psychic ability stuff?
That's the bad boy. Psychokinetic soldier.
Yeah, it was like, and he came across as a normal school kid for a bit, and then he was like, I'm a psychokinetic soldier. And then he would scream something as here's my big gun punch, and then he'd use that movie. It's the same gist every fucking game they release, right? It's all a bit tedious.
Well, at least it ain't me saying that. It's usually me saying that about Japanese games.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I'm in I paddle in that pool. I like some of them, but I find a lot of them are fucking just super tedious now, and they're all a trope of each other, and then everything's just so samey. I like the ones that stand out and get a lot of praise from everybody, but a lot of these just fall into the wind, and no one ever talks about them, so I don't bother with them.
Fair enough. We had Scorn. Now, this was the first one that really kind of piqued my interest.
No.
Yeah, turn that straight off.
No.
Geiger-inspired nastiness. It looks fucking great.
Yeah.
No.
If you're a horror fan.
I am a horror fan. I tell you what I am. As much as I'm a horror fan, I'm an H.R. Geiger fan. And it looks like H.R. Geiger stuff. For those that don't know, and I'm assuming you two fall into that category as well,
I know who H.R. Geiger is.
Sorry?
I know who H.R. Geiger is.
Yeah?
I think.
H.R.
Wasn't he the
Geiger's...
alien?
Yeah,
Alien guy.
he's the guy that designed all the stuff for Aliens.
Fine.
And all of his stuff is very sexual, sexually charged, and you can see that in Scorn, including like the big drippy dick that appeared in it. All the weird pregnancy stuff.
That big drippy dick's the only reason that it sold on you, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
You didn't even need to see anything else. They could have just shown you a 2-second GIF of that big dripping dick, and you'd have bought it.
Absolutely. My biggest problem with that trailer is it looks fucking amazing. I don't know what it is. It tells me fuck all. It shows me a load of frankly gorgeous environments. Like if I had an office, I would quite happily have artwork from that just all over it. It is a beautiful looking bit of video, but I don't know what it is. I have no idea. So I don't know if I'm buying it. I want to, but you know, if it turns out that's just backdrop to some little pixel art dude running around slapping things, I'm not going to buy it. Someone tell me what it is.
Wouldn't that be a kick in the nuts?
Wouldn't it?
It's
Fucking
just,
it's basically
an 8-bit platform.
Yeah, it's basically a backdrop to Limbo 2. Fuckers. Yeah, it even the page I'm reading with the list of stuff on it, literally all that's on there is the canned shit that came from the developer. But apparently it's a first-person horror game, so bring that bad boy on. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I get the feeling you'll probably enjoy it, even if it's average at best.
Yeah, it does look like my bag.
I'm pretty sure I watched like 8 seconds of the starting of that little video and was like, this looks fucking terrifying, and then was like, Brooke's gonna like this. I'm gonna text Brooker.
Yeah.
I think I did the same.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you both texted me and went, yeah, you're gonna love this, because I was having my dinner when that thing started. I was about an hour behind everybody else.
I think I was like 20 minutes back, so I used that as an advantage to skip through the crap, and that plus one other was the crap.
Fair
enough. The other one?
I'm sure we'll get to it. So after that was Second Extinction.
Which we need to play together.
Yes, so it looks like a co-op mutant dinosaur thing. If you ever wanted to fight mutant dinosaurs with 2 friends, Second Extinction may be the game for you. Well, there you go, lads.
Yep.
Problem
3-player
solved.
dinosaur shooter.
Absolutely. 3-player co-op shooter. Giant.
Happy to shoot stuff with friends.
Shoot dinosaurs?
Cool.
Well, they can't. They come under the catch.
They are stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
There's so many different things you can shoot in games now that are just call it stuff.
Dinosaurs,
I don't want to
zombies,
specify.
vampires.
Nazis.
If you're playing Call of Fire as the Cartel, black people.
Or Resident Evil 4, 5.
Yeah, but you can't do that with 2 friends. That's only one
I
friend.
fear this is going into dangerous territory. I don't really want to have to edit too much out of this. I'm going to move us on.
Well, you know, there's so many things throughout gaming history, less so in modern day, but quite often sort of late 90s, 2000s, where you would just be shooting stuff that today would just be absolutely no-go.
You mean to tell me that you're not up for a 4K remaster of Custer's Revenge?
No, I'm not.
I mean, it would look like arse in 4K.
It would.
Didn't look all that hot when it came out. Anyways.
Look, need a 4K remaster of E.T. the game.
Yeah, we do.
Those squares will be perfectly edged.
What is next? The Ascent. Cyberpunk RPG shooter, apparently, from Neon Giant and Curve Digital.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it a bash because Cyberpunk RPG.
I don't remember this one.
I think it's co-op.
Okay. Yeah, apparently you have the option to have a co-op partner. This is where you and optionally a co-op partner come in to stem the tide of gang wars and corporate terrorism. All right.
So Neo sleeping dogs with a friend.
Pretty much.
Do you know there wasn't any dogs in Sleeping Dogs?
No, there was not.
It depends on your definition of pork bun.
It's Chinatown, not Koreatown. Anyways.
Yeah. I just seen it today on Can You Pet the Dog Twitter page. It said there was no dogs in Sleeping Dogs. I was like, I never even considered that. I thought it was mildly amusing.
True, it is. Next up, The Medium.
That's another one for you.
I'm guessing
yeah,
you two ran far away from this one.
Wouldn't touch that. Not in a million years.
The Blair Witch game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the guys that made the Blair Witch game. They made Layers of Fear as well, which has very suddenly come on my list of games that I have to play. I'm going to be playing Layers of Fear because it looks really fucking scary. I've never considered it before, but my mate Paddy played through it on his channel, and I watched his 7-part Let's Play series, and it looked A, scary, B, a lot of fun, and C, fucking hilarious watching him shit himself while he was playing it. It was great. But the Medium looks great. It looks like a kind of it looks like you play someone who has the ability to see between worlds. So it looks like you're kind of stuck somewhere between the real world and, say, the spirit world. Looks kind of cool. It's got Akira Yamaoka doing the music for it. He's the guy that did the music for Silent Hill. And the trailer sounds like Silent Hill. Like, really sounds like Silent Hill. Yeah, I don't know.
I dodged the trailer. I was that scared, mate.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer for it.
Oh, it does look fun.
As soon as it was described as horror, I was like, I can skip this.
That makes sense.
Do like a good horror. Which rolls us into Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Which looks outstanding.
Has anybody played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 1?
No.
No.
Never heard of it.
I feel like I kind of have to go and play it. It's a 20-hour run through apparently, but it's only on PC, which is a pain in the balls. But I kind of feel like I need to play it because this quickly shot up to the top of my most wanted list watching that trailer. For those who haven't seen it, go search for the Bloodlines 2 Come Dance trailer. And it basically starts off with a dude who has jokered a bunch of people and has got them hanging off of puppet strings in a house around a fucking Christmas tree and having a bit of a dance.
Sounds creepy.
Did you not watch the trailer for that either?
No.
Seriously, mate, ever watch the trailer? It looks like a shitload of fun. And I'll tell you what, it reminds... John's going to fucking hate me when I say this. It has a very Dishonored feel to it.
Yeah.
Okay. To be quite honest, I didn't watch a lot of the trailers. I just picked up the odd few.
So it looks like it's got... It looks like Dishonored with vampires. So... But it looks like it's got kind of a quirky, goofy sense of humour behind it as well. It looks like fun.
Well, it's like I said in the call earlier, is that when I started watching it, I was thinking, oh shit, they're making The Darkness 3.
Yeah. And it does have that feel to it as well. It looks great, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And the last one, I think, was Yakuza Like a Dragon. Which... I don't know. Apparently it's already out on PS4.
Oh, okay.
In Japan, I'm guessing, because they do get their Yakuza games quite a bit before we do.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I've never played any of them. They look kind of fun.
They do look fun. I have been threatening to play the Yakuza games for ages, but now there's like 93 of them, and I don't have the time.
No,
There's
that's
2
the
of them
reason
are
why
on
I'm
Game
not going
Pass,
in.
so... I think they're still on Game Pass.
Yeah, there's Zero,
Yeah.
And
and there's
Kiwami.
another one. Yeah, Kiwami. Yeah.
Well, Kiwami are the remake ones, aren't they?
Yes.
Fuck knows.
So I'm pretty sure Yakuza Kiwami is Yakuza 1 remake, and then
Cool.
Kiwami 2 is either out or due out. I'm not sure. I might be completely wrong.
And Yakuza 0 is a prequel.
It
I'm
is,
guessing.
yes. Yakuza 0 is a prequel. And then you got the zombie Yakuza Apocalypse, which has nothing to do with anything.
I'm surprised there isn't a Yakuza trading card game.
Don't give them ideas.
Too late. They're probably listening onto the Skype call.
Yeah, maybe.
I found out that there's a Gwent game on Steam now. Because I thought it was just mobile.
No, Gwent's always been on Steam, hasn't it?
I don't know. I just happened to notice it being advertised to me when I was just like flicking through stuff on my laptop earlier.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think that was it from the Xbox Series X thing. Probably missed a couple. I don't think I have. And then we had a state of play from PlayStation last week. Did anybody watch that?
I didn't even know about it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
The Ghosts of Tsushima. Or Tsushima, apparently.
I watched a part of it. It looked outstanding. I didn't want to watch any more because, like you, I've had many a thing spoiled by an overzealous trailer.
Yeah, so I haven't seen many. So the only Ghost of Tsushima trailer I've seen, I think, was the announcement trailer at E3 a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked great, but had questions about the combat. Because I thought, sword fighting could be hit or miss. I don't know, not sure. So the state of play was quite good because it wasn't a trailer, it was like a dev walkthrough. And it showed you some of the mechanics in the game, which were quite cool. So you can direct yourself around by calling the wind, like The Happening.
That's cool.
I
just kind of wanted to make sure it wasn't what people classify as a Souls combat.
No, it does not look like so.
It doesn't.
It looks more like Assassin's Creed.
It does look a lot like Assassin's Creed. So it's right up my street if it's like that. So I probably won't watch anything else on that now.
No, so I watched the state of play mainly to settle my own worries about it because I really want to play it, really want to support it because it's Sucker Punch. Obviously, the guys that made Sly Cooper and Infamous. You know, these are people I love. I love all their games, so I really want to support them. But I needed answers first, so I had to watch the state of play. But it does look fucking great, and I like the idea that. Well, no, I don't like the idea. I'm curious as to the idea and slightly interested by the fact that my preferred playstyle, which is to sneak around and kill people without them knowing I was there, is classed as dishonourable in this game. So if I play the way I would usually play a game like that, I'm 100% going to get a bad ending. I'm not sure I like that.
Well, I guess time will tell.
Yeah. But it's expensive, so it might have to wait.
That is also true.
And it comes out 3 weeks after The Last of Us Part 2. I'll still be playing The Last of Us Part 2 3 weeks after that.
That's definitely true. I think games are holding their price because of the lockdown.
Well, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, everything's staying around 50 instead now.
Yeah. Well, no one's buying it in the first place because they can't go out and buy it at their various game stores.
I mean, all these first-party titles, especially the Sony ones, were expensive anyway, and tough to find cheap on release, and then held their price for quite a bit. God of War was expensive for fucking ages. So I'm not surprised that like The Last of Us turned up on a deal the other day for £46, which was not a fucking deal in the slightest, but it is a super pricey game. And Ghost of Tsushima is the same thing. I'm not going to get used to saying that. Tsushima. But I mean, again, I will buy it. Just probably will wait until I'm done with The Last of Us. I don't want a stack of £65 games sat on my shelf that I haven't had a chance to play. I'd rather finish The Last of Us, and then order Ghost of Tsushima. I don't need a collector's edition or anything. It's not something that interests me that much. I just want to play the game.
Yep, I'm in the same boat. I don't think I'll stump. Well, I might do actually, because we'll see how it goes.
I think I've pre-ordered the pre-order I've got for Last of Us is 65. So I've got whatever the game exclusive, slightly special edition is.
Okay.
But you know, we've had this conversation before. Plastic tat doesn't interest me that much.
No.
I don't
Unless
have
it's
anymore.
a giant Doom helmet.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the giant Doom helmet does interest me, but I don't own it. It's still in stock at Game, so I could still get it. But I've decided not to, because it's still £200 fucking pound.
That's enough to make me not want to buy it.
Well, exactly. So I had it pre-ordered originally, and I looked, I went, I can't, I shouldn't, I will not spend £200 on a fucking Doom helmet. How fucking ridiculous.
Well, you know, on the plus side, if you'd have bought it, you could have sat there crying for the month and a half that it took you to get your gamer tag sorted.
Oh my god. 7 fucking weeks. 7 weeks to remove a gamer tag from an account I didn't even fucking have. And then when I get it back, I load up the game and it's booted my fucking game save. Absolute cunts.
It's brilliant. You couldn't write it.
I didn't write it. Someone else did. Badly.
You wouldn't think it would get rid of your save game, though, would you?
I don't know why it did. It was there, and then what's the word they use? Reconcile. So reconcile my rewards. So I went into the Bethesda net bit on Doom Eternal, and I saw that the email address was right. So Pucker got the right account. And there's a thing at the bottom to click for it, and it will go and check, like Bethesda net and Displayers Club, and download anything that you're owed. The second I'd done that, my game save went. But, oh, okay. Thanks for that. I'm not too fussed. I know the game relatively well now, so I'll stick it down on normal and try and play through it in 1-up mode, just for a laugh.
Yeah.
I may not play it on Nightmare mode. That was fucking stupid.
The worst part is if you don't finish it after all this.
Well, true. But we shall see. Ghost of Tsushima is £70 on Game for a special edition. It has a £50 special. It has a £50 standard edition. Oh, good! A steelbook case and another extra fucking case for my shelf.
Gotta love all these extra steelbooks you're getting for free with nothing to put in.
I mean,
yeah, it's a bit weird that they send you a steelbook case separately to the regular game case.
But they don't all do it. This is the bit that confuses me. My Hitman Gold Edition was just in a steelbook with a sleeve. I didn't get an extra box.
Production costs, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's easier for them to produce all games in a green box and then just produce a steel box on a separate machine.
Yeah. Yes, you get game, steelbook case, 1 technique point, in-game items locked via story progression, the charm of Hachiman's favour, a Hero of Tsushima skin set, golden mask and sword kit. Oh, a digital mini art book by Dark Horse. Woohoo. And a director's commentary.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
No, I don't think I am. I might just get the standard edition, £50. Again, I'll wait till I'm finished with The Last of Us. There. But yeah, I am sold on Ghost of Tsushima watching that. The combat, which was my biggest worry, I think it looks great. Yeah, I am obviously excited.
Wow.
Wow, at me being excited?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Just from the original looking at the game, it didn't seem in your cup of tea, but I don't know. Maybe it could end up being good enough for you.
I am a fan of.
The studio.
No, I'm trying to think of the way to word it. So I'm a fan of a lot. I'm a bit. I'm not a massive one, but I'm a bit of a history fan. I love history and cultures, different cultures. I love, and I find them so interesting. And there are certain cultures that fall into a category that just I fall in love with, and I just want to read and know everything about them. Samurai fall directly into that, as do Vikings. Funnily enough,
Well, yeah.
uh, there's a lot of, and considering how very anti-religion personally I am, I love reading about and learning about other people's religions and what they do and how they work. It's stuff that interests me, but what it isn't, as a rule, is stuff that turns up in games. It tends to not be a popular subject for games because it wouldn't, back in the day, it wouldn't have sold a game at all. But now, the samurai games are fucking everywhere. Okay, to be fair, we've had games like that for a while, but ones that you can delve into and spend a lot of time in and really, Ghost of Tsushima really does look my jam. My biggest worry, like I said earlier, was that the actual gameplay wasn't going to do it for me, which it looks like it will. It's going to be one of those games that hopefully I get to walk around and just read all kinds of crazy shit. One of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to collect everything just because I want to read it.
It gave me the feeling of sort of Horizon Zero Dawn, in a way. With the I know that obviously the backdrop's Japan based, but in terms of the way that the plant life and stuff moved, it reminded me a lot of Horizon.
Yeah, I don't know what I wonder what engine it's running. I've not even checked.
No, me neither. But speaking of engines, they had that Unreal 5 engine example. Did you see the video?
That does look good, doesn't it?
Don't it just? That looked fucking outstanding.
I think it's going to make life really, really easy for new and existing, I suppose, game devs. But I think it's going.
I had no idea what they were talking about on the game dev side of things because I have no idea what goes into making a game. But I did get the gist that everything they were talking about sounded like it was an improvement for developers to ease their creation.
Yeah, and it will allow a lot of user-generated content to be. It will allow user-generated content to be a bigger thing because it will be easier to manipulate. It'll be easier for devs to manipulate it in a way that will make it easy for users to use. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, the last Unreal Engine wasn't actually that well received when it first got put out there, so
Unreal
compared
tends
to
to take a lot
one.
of shit for the first couple of years because people don't know how to use it, and I think things like Unity have changed that because Unity very much is a pick up and play engine. So Epic have made Unreal 5A obviously gorgeous because it has to progress and evolve, but B, they've then worked on not only making it look great but easier to work with because they're losing ground to engines like Unity.
Yeah. Someone offered to actually put me through a Unity course at work.
Do it.
I turned it down based on the fact that I had no interest in doing it.
Okay. That's just enough reason to not do something.
Yeah. That's more my input to that.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
So I've googled the words Ghosts of Tsushima and engine, and it says it's running Unreal 5.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, there you go.
No, it's not. It's just an article that also cites Unreal 5, so it's definitely not. Looking at that, like the plant life and that, it looks like it's running the Killzone engine, same as Horizon is. Just nicer.
Yeah, I suppose we'll see.
Yeah. Was there anything else anybody wanted to talk about?
Oh shit, there was something, but I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Okay.
I don't remember any more news.
It was something really fucking minor as well, so it's not really important.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll move on, and if you think about it, we'll talk
Wasn't
about
that guy playing Gears of War 3 on a PlayStation the other day, was it?
No, but brilliant.
it. Love it.
If you want to read more about that, read it. I couldn't even begin to tell you how he did it or what happened or what it. It was a legitimate version. Fuck knows. It's bizarre, but yeah, fun.
Depends on the PlayStation.
No, it doesn't. It's not built for the PlayStation, so
No,
it doesn't
no,
work. A lot of it doesn't work on the PlayStation. I remember that much.
Yeah, but it's more impressive depending on which PlayStation it is.
I think it was PS3.
That is hilariously impressive.
Well, it was an Xbox 360 game, wasn't it?
Yeah, but the PlayStation 3 is like 256 megs of RAM.
Beats me. It's plug and play, mate. That's why I get them.
Yeah. That's why I don't play on a PC anymore. That and the room.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Cool. Shall we move on to what we've been playing then, lads?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
Okay. Right then. Who wants to start?
I'll start, just because I can't really add to the conversation.
Cool. What have you been playing?
So I've been playing a combination of NBA 2K, which I've already spoken about, GTA, which I've already spoken about, Football Manager, which again I've already spoken about.
Have you?
And
I mean, it sounds familiar.
I can talk about it again if you want.
Have you finished another league with an even lower starting team?
Depends on what it is that I spoke about the last time, whether or not I finished another league.
Don't know. Have you been in the women's game yet?
No, the women's game isn't in it. The women's game's in NBA.
I thought the women's game was in the Football Manager.
I don't think so. Pretty sure it's not. Unless
I'm
it's
sure.
something you can mod into it.
I'm
Lee,
sure
what
I
the
heard
fuck are
the
you
guy.
doing?
Stop. You shouldn't be engaged.
Oh, well, he's still interested. But so I was listening to the radio on Sunday on Absolute Radio a couple of weeks back, and it's got Jason Manford on the radio, and he's really good friends with the guy who either owns or created Football Manager. And he was talking about the women's game, and I don't remember crystally whether he actually had said that he's already putting it in or he is putting it in the next one. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that it's not in it in any kind of way.
Okay.
It can be modded in. I'm pretty sure that that's a thing. Because you can mod in most things, including like the 18th tier of the English divisions and other things. But that's just something that people like to do, is they just throw in and go, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to have this for no reason whatsoever. Like adding in the Gibraltar League.
How many teams could there possibly be in the Gibraltar League?
I believe there's 20. They only have one stadium.
There ain't enough fucking people on Gibraltar for 20 football teams.
Oh,
it probably is.
I was going to say...
You only need 40 people.
Yeah, I mean, San Marino's got the league.
There's some pretty small football teams, Brooks.
And that's... yeah, San Marino's got a league, and there's only 33,000 people who live in San Marino.
Huh, okay. Weird.
That's my fun fact of the day, I guess.
Surely the question should be, how come they've got the Gibraltar League but not the Women's League?
Probably because it's difficult to code in
boobs
women's leagues. Because there's going to be loads of women's leagues and different teams, and you'd also need to worry about
jiggle physics.
Yeah, that's too. I mean, there isn't really any kind of physics to the game in that kind of in that kind of madness, because it's a fucking text game. essentially.
I remember him saying stuff about the amount of time, effort, and licensing and stuff it would take to get it in there, or to get. Oh, maybe he hasn't put it in yet. So, but was ridiculous in comparison to the actual outcry for it to be there. Anyway,
Was that outcry for it to be in there? Probably like 30 people.
I would imagine it's relatively low.
And the amount of effort is probably several hundred hours of man hours.
Also, yes.
There are 32,000 people in Gibraltar, apparently.
Really, that many? Fucking hell, they're packed in tight. They all talk weird as well.
I've not met anyone from Gibraltar. Just gonna put that out there. Why are we talking about Gibraltar?
Because you spoke about the Gibraltar League for Football Manager.
Yes, but why are we talking about Gibraltar in general? Why aren't we just moving on from this? Because there's only so
Lee
much
insisted
filler.
on dragging this fucking Football Manager conversation on. I was hoping to skip past it completely.
I know, that's why I dragged it on. Fuck
You're
you.
such a cock.
There's 2 pharmacies on Gibraltar, you know.
Really?
Yeah, 2.
Serving 18,000 people each.
No, there might be more than 2, but there's 2 that we serve.
Nice. Oh, so you actually have a vested interest in Gibraltar and its
Not really.
and its medical prowess.
Other than the fact that I think it'd be interesting to visit there, just because everyone talks weird and looks weird, and there's monkeys everywhere. I think that, you know, other than that, there's not really a lot going on there. So I don't know. Let's move along. What else have you been playing?
I've lost my train of thought somewhat. I don't even know what I spoke about.
GTA, Football Manager, and something else.
NBA 2K. Oh, Call of Duty.
Which one?
Because Modern Warfare.
Which one?
Oh, that was the latest Modern Warfare, not the remaster of 2. That was the other news thing I think. There has been a leak, in inverted commas, of Black Ops being rebooted.
Why?
Because they can't come up with any new interesting stories.
That's the one.
Or they can't come up with any new interesting areas for a story without crossing over their current stories. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so it's rumors are for it to be going Cold War, as per what you'd expect for a Black Ops game. Yeah.
But Modern Warfare was a flash in the pan. That reboot shouldn't have worked and did. Because it was done very, very well and the story was written perfectly. They're gonna fail. They can't go, I worked this time, so let's just do it again. No! That's how we ended up with fucking Black Ops 3 and Ghosts. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Ghosts was not that good.
This is what I'm talking about.
Well, I like that one. Was that the Titanfall one?
Yeah. The one with the fucking massive rockets dropping on you from outer space.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mind Ghost. It was alright, but it was not that good. But this is what I'm saying. You know, just an attempt to keep churning at an idea. You end up with that and Black Ops 3, which was fucking horrendous. Yeah, and I know people don't buy Call of Duty for the campaign, but I fucking do. Make good campaigns as well, shitbags.
Yep. Just make good campaigns. If you want just a multiplayer game, because that's where you get your money, just make a fucking multiplayer game.
Oh, did you see that Respawn has said there'll be no more Titanfall because they're now committed almost exclusively to Apex?
Yes, but there is a new development team been set up by the guys who worked for Titanfall called Gravity Well, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, so Gravity
Fingers
Well is a new studio developer set up by the guys who worked on Titanfall, Modern Warfare, and Apex.
Because Titanfall 2 was a blast.
Titanfall 2 was amazing.
Albeit I didn't play much of it online, which is where they get most of their monetary income from. But I did love the campaign. That was great.
I really liked the Horde mode in Titanfall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember playing it with you for a couple of matches. It was all right.
I think we might end up playing that for my month,
Okay.
which is next month.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So get your Titanfalls downloaded if they're not already installed.
Wait, where are we at? May was Lee. June is me. You're July.
Am I July? I
Yes.
can't remember.
Yeah, because we flip. You and me flipped between April and March because we were waiting for Doom. So you took March and I took April.
Yeah.
But do I own Titanfall 2? No, I do not.
Really?
Really?
You must have got it on EA Access then.
I did.
Possibly.
I rented it when it came out and then got it on EA Access. So that's not a problem.
Well, it's an expensive purchase. I think I picked it up, all of it, everything, every bit of DLC for about £6.
Yeah, it's. I think the Ultimate Edition for Titanfall 2 is currently like £3.
Yeah. I'm not that fast. Yeah, it's not going to be. It's not going to break the bank to pick it up.
No. Well, unless something else comes along between now and then, but Titanfall playing the Horde mode is definitely on my list of what we should definitely play together.
Yeah. Now, next month, lads, you guys are downloading World War Z.
Ugh.
World War Z?
Yeah, man. Don't fucking give me World War Z when you made me play Left 4 Dead. It's exactly the same
No.
game.
I suppose. It's alright. You could end up, like, if I get really desperate, we'll be doing a fucking GTA heists.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like an awful lot of work I'd have to do before we actually played.
Awful lot of work? Probably not. You can probably... you'd be... No, you get gifted most of the equipment that you need to do the heists, because if it requires stealth in any way, they give you silenced weapons
Fair enough.
to use and burn for each of the heist missions.
Cool.
And you can more or less smash out the first set of heists in a day. Assuming you can stay in the fucking lobbies together. Because the worst part about GTA is because it's so poorly coded that it is like at the end of almost every mission, it's like you get a black screen and just a
Nice.
little loading thing in the bottom corner, and it just sits there and goes, maybe you'll join a lobby together, maybe you won't.
Nice.
That's gay.
Anyways, have you played anything else, John, or are we moving on?
Move on.
Move on. Cool. Lee, mate, what you been playing?
So I finished Origins. I did enjoy it. It was long-winded.
Yeah.
The map was massive. And it fell foul of the same of a lot of big sandbox games do now. It's just so much fucking open space and fuck all in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it. It pissed me off for that bit. Like, and it wasn't just that it was annoying that there was nothing in it. It's just that you couldn't just fucking bat across it with your horse either.
No.
You had to get out and climb up and climb down and just doing it. It just reminded me. You know what it reminded me of? Breath of the Wild or whatever it is, the Zelda game.
Yeah.
And I just thought, this just reminds me. This just fucking, at least on Assassin's Creed Origins, it's pretty and not just barren green landscape. But it was massive. It was a lot of fun. I liked the combat, although I didn't like the way that they set it up on the controller, so I changed that pretty sharpish.
Yeah.
I loved the main character. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
And I liked the interactions between him and his wife, and I liked the fact that instead of just sort of casually accepting every single thing that everybody threw at him, he often quite like rolled his eyes and stuff like that. That really tickled me.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a good show of what makes him a human, feel more human, that he doesn't want to go and collect a sack of potatoes for this guy.
Yeah.
But he's going to do it anyway because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. I liked the fact that you could choose to have your hood up, hair on, beard on, blah, blah, blah. I thought that was quite a nice touch.
Yeah. that follows through to Odyssey. You get like helmets now, so all your armor with Odyssey, you get to you pick up new armor, new boots, new gloves, whatever. You also pick up helmets, which is great. But you're like, I don't really want to put a fucking helmet on because I'm gonna look like a dick and this stupid furry thing on my head. But you can put it on, but toggle it off.
Yeah.
So you get all the effects from it, but you don't have to look at it, and it's great.
It seems a shame for them to spend all that time making sure the hair looks amazing and for you to just slap a helmet on top of it.
Yeah.
That's a fairly staple thing for a lot of modern RPGs. Is they go, oh yeah, we're gonna have helmets and they're gonna give you special effects, and it's like, well, hang on a sec, you want to see what the character looks like.
That's it. Well, I wasn't disappointed with my time with it, if I'm honest. I've still got a fucking shitload to do, and I had to really dig deep to break my programming just to sit and go through and do and collect everything.
Yeah, see, I got over. I used to do that, and I think I did it with Origins, where I'd get into an area, especially Origins, because you have a whole like opening area, which is really nice. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking do everything, and then move on. But by the time you're about 2/3 through the game, you're like, just fuck this. I need it over with because, well, I'm gonna kill myself.
I didn't even get 2/3 of the way through. I started in that way because that's how we've always played games, like because that's how we grew up. You do everything in one area before you move along.
Yeah.
Because there always used to be missables and things, and stuff.
You didn't always have the opportunity to come back.
In this, it just felt. I mean, once you got to level 40 as well, it seemed pointless doing all this other shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even sort of the weekly missions and stuff to beat the gods and stuff, like they give you a weapon, but I mean, hands in out, all in all, weapons weren't a hell of a lot better than this, not significantly better than the stuff you already had anyway.
Yeah.
That you'd obviously spent the whole game tailoring to your own play style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't like the Final Fantasy 15 cameo.
Didn't even notice it was there.
So there's a mission that pops up called Call of the Gods or Gift of the Gods.
Okay.
And it's a random story-based orange diamond shape that pops up on the map. It doesn't come up on your quest list, but instead of the white ones, which denotes a normal mission, a side mission, pops up with an orange one. It's normally a story mission. So I went there and land there, and this fucking meteorite smashes into the ground in front of you, and it's glowing blue. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. But where it landed, it's opened up this entrance to a tomb of one of the pyramids. So you roll into this pyramid, and it's got loads of fucking crazy shit in there. And you think, what the fuck? And then the bad guy from Final Fantasy 15 just like appears, smiles at you, and then one of the summons, I think it was Odin, comes down out of the sky, clad in metal and stuff, or it looked like Odin anyway. I don't think it was, and collected this fella, and then pissed off back into the sky. And then when as you walk out, there's a sword and a shield on the floor, which are fucking over and above better than any of the shit that you've had in the game so far. So you wanted to use it, but it just didn't fit.
Fair enough.
It was fun, but it didn't fit. And they give you a chocobo as well, which was basically a camel. It was a camel with a chocobo's head and tail. Which was just bizarre, because it wasn't as fast as a chocobo. It was still camel speed. It just looked weird as fuck.
Chocobos terrify me.
You know, a lot of big birds, then, John.
No, I'm not a fan of big birds. No.
Okay, so why you moved out of your mum's house?
Well, I'm taller and larger than my mum.
I was stretching for that one. Sorry, I take that one back. I'll keep that one.
Yeah, try again another time.
Maybe. I'll think about it. Leave it with me. But yeah, I finished it, and I don't expect I will go back and do anything else. I think I did enough. I didn't do all of the Colosseum, and I didn't do all of the races. I thought they were fucking tedious.
Oh, chariot racing was utter shit.
Yeah, that was shit. It was fucking garbage. I mean, I'd have quite happily done the arena ones, but I'm not doing 4 fucking rounds of fighting plebs
No.
just to fight the one guy that's worth fighting. I could just fight that one guy. Don't make me fight loads of plebs first. I didn't need to. I proved myself. I was already the champion at the other one. Just let me fight the big guy.
Yeah, like the arena type things have been around since Assassin's Creed 2, and they fucking sucked then as well.
So, chuffed with it. Thought it was good. Ending was... In fact, I can't even remember it, so it's
I'll be
pretty
honest,
forgettable.
I really like that last mission, which isn't really a mission, it's just her writing her letter. It kind of, it just kind of like tied everything up, and you went, oh, this is the beginning of the Creed. Ooh, this is amazing. And actually, that moment made it worth getting to the end of the game, and then they announced Odyssey and shat all over it. I'm so fucking bitter about Odyssey, man.
Well, it's realistic.
Yeah.
Well, it's outstanding. It's like, we're going to release a game, we're going to call it Origins, and then we're going to make a prequel.
Yep. The Origin's Origin. What else you been playing then, buddy?
So I played Worms and Rocket League with you guys.
Yeah, so our monthly co-op challenge thing. So it was your choice for this month, wasn't it? And bless you struggled a bit, didn't you, finding a game?
Well, I didn't want to go out and spend any money, and I wanted something decent. So obviously Streets of Rage 4 came in, and we thought, yes, it's multiplayer. Oh, look, yes, it's 4-player multiplayer. Oh, but only couch co-op. Then we thought, oh, Moving Out will do. It's a multiplayer game. Clearly a multiplayer game, like Overcooked. Couch co-op only.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So obviously we didn't play that, and then sort of I had a day or half a day to try and pick something, and I thought, well, you know what, Worms is on there. Let's go with Worms. Worms is always a solid game, but it ain't a 2-dayer, like we said the other night.
No.
It's a one sesh is more than enough of Worms.
It is still on my machine though, because I'm definitely going to play it with the wife, because me and the wife wasted hours when we first got together and she was at uni, literally sitting in the kitchen at her uni digs, playing Worms, listening to shit music, and me hanging out the window smoking. It was great. Memories, man.
Yeah.
I'll be playing
I've not got that many great memories of Worms. Certainly not of playing anything with the wife, anyway.
No?
No, she don't play games, mate.
No, my other half doesn't either, really, but Worms was kind of one that you could get behind, and
Everyone loves Worms.
Everyone loves playing Worms.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing Worms. I can't remember who won. Did I win? Did you win? I won one because I used the Armageddon.
I think
Didn't we win one each?
Yeah, I won the first one by sheer fluke, in that Lee couldn't finish the fucking... He couldn't finish his dinner, basically.
Yeah, I remember losing the second one quite early, didn't I? I went out quite early.
Yeah.
Or was that the first one?
I think I won the second one.
And then you Armageddon the shit out
Yeah,
of the
and then
third
you
one.
Armageddon the third game, so literally you were the only person left at the end of it.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, I remember the second game. I think I came... Whichever position it was because I fucking suicided my last worm by a really bad grenade throw.
Yeah, you did. Well, because you were chasing my worm who you couldn't get to.
Yeah.
It was
Good
brilliant.
time. And then obviously the day on the day after the second day of gaming, character unlock online gaming, was Rocket League.
I fucking love Rocket League.
It's too good, isn't it? It's too good as a multiplayer game.
I'm utter shit at it, but the thing is, I don't give a fuck. I have such a laugh playing it.
Yeah, it's just so easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think. Obviously, we had another guest player.
Your racist buddy.
My racist friend Phil.
He is
joined us.
incredibly racist.
He's so fucking racist. It's ridiculous. Like I can't.
In fact,
I'm
they call him
dreading-
Phil the Racist.
They do, and I'm fucking dreading when it comes round and we can go back out again, because he's gonna have stored it all up over this last few months, ready for going out and having a single lager, and then he'll just fucking unleash. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. He's totally gonna get arrested. But he was shit at Rocket League as well.
Which is great, because him and me were on the same team and we were just fucking awful. We lost like 11-0.
That was a good match.
Yeah, there was a lot of just punting from kickoff, and it just worked.
Yeah. Oh, I had a good laugh. Rocket League night, I think, was better for me. I think it was just a lot more fun.
But this is it. So I've had a few sessions with guys from work. So we've got a group of about 12 of us, and obviously you can have like up to 8 players. So at any time, if there's a few of us on, we have just sessions. It goes, anybody having a quick game? And it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and then we get to like midnight. We're like, guys, we've all got to go to work tomorrow. We maybe should stop. Nah, we'll keep going.
Yeah,
it's just such a laugh.
I think why it was better than Worms, more to the point. Worms is great, but there's too much downtime in Worms. You're looking at sort of 3 or 4 minutes before it's your turn again.
Yeah.
And then you have a frantic 2-minute bash at trying to beat someone. Then you just sat around for another 5 minutes again. Whereas Rocket League's constant for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes it certainly amusing.
Worms is like going out bowling with your friends. It's like, it sounds like a really great idea, and then it's like you get about 6 frames in and you kind of think,
and then you realise, shit, I'm bowling.
You're 6 frames in and it's like,
well, John's 6 frames in and thinking, my friends are going to turn up tonight or what?
Wow.
Sorry. I'll have a root beer, please, Mum.
No, this month's co-op bash was a lot of fun. I loved Worms, and I love Rocket League, and I'll gladly. I think it's just going to be on my Xbox just forever.
I think I will buy it. I mean, I imagine it's going to drop off Game Pass at some point, or I'll run out of Game Pass one way or the other.
I mean, I definitely own it. I bought it before Game Pass was a thing,
right?
And I own it on Switch as well.
Okay, does it play any better on Switch or worse?
It plays about the same. I've not played it in handheld mode. I would be dubious playing it in handheld mode, but I don't know, because it's got crossplay on it, so there must be a way for, oh shit, the wife's playing telly. Lads, do you want to play some Rocket League? And you invite me in, and I'll play on Switch.
Yeah, but is it crossplay between Switch?
I do not. I'm pretty sure it is.
It?
Yeah.
It's crossplay.
You know what Nintendo are like?
Actually, Nintendo are pro crossplay with everyone. It's PlayStation who are turning everyone down.
But Rocket League's crossplay with PlayStation.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, because a couple of the work lads are PlayStation only.
They made a big deal of it when it first went on it, because it was like on Twitter, it was like Nintendo were like, who wants to play Rocket League? And it's like, and then Xbox said sure, and then copied in PlayStation of America, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. And it's like, and then obviously that became a meme because of that. They couldn't.
I guess you have. Do you guys Skype or some shit when you're doing it? Because I'm guessing...
yeah, so we use Skype to talk, because obviously you can't. There's no cross-party chat.
In-game text chat.
Oh, fuck that text too
long. God no. You'd have lost 15 there if you'd have been sending me messages.
Yeah, true.
What
else you played?
I played a game called Shantae, the Half Genie Hero.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's another one of those Metroidvania games that always pops up on the these are the Metroidvania games you should play list. And so when I was looking for games to get on the Switch for that, to scratch that itch, it was one of the ones that I put on the list.
Okay.
It came onto Xbox Game Pass last month or the month before. So I downloaded it. I figured, if I can get it for free, then I might as well play it for free.
Yeah,
I
why
suppose
not?
that's the logic. It was all right. I certainly wouldn't have put it on the list of these are the Metroidvania games you need to play. I'd have put it on the list that these are Metroidvania games. Well, the general gist with Metroidvania games is you play the game through, and you pick up new powers as you're going through the game. So you pick up like new guns and new this, new that, whatever. And then you can go back to the earlier levels that you've already played and pick up what usually just amounts to health or magic or whatever, just sort of to make you slightly stronger.
Yeah.
But you didn't actually ever really need to do it. So you were never forced to go back and do it. It's just that if you went back, you could pick up and make yourself more powerful, and it made it slightly, made the rest of the game easier.
Yeah.
But it wasn't mandatory. Whereas in this, it is fucking mandatory that you go back and play every single one of its boring ass 6 levels multiple times. And that really frustrated me, because you would have to, just batshit. You'd get a new bit of kit, like the ability to change into a monkey, and then you could reach one new chest on the first map. So you'd have to play through the first map again and could get that chest, which would give you the ability to get a chest on the second map, and then you'd have to play the second map again. And just that's how it worked. That was the most tedious thing about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but all in all, it was it was okay. 8 hours I played it, finished it.
Hell. Cool.
I mean, I could have knocked the story out in about 4, probably quicker. I'm guessing you can do it quicker than that, mostly because there's a speed run achievement that's at about 40 minutes, I think.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure you can knock it out really fast if you don't want to collect everything. I did collect everything in the game. I got 100% on the actual story percentage calculator. There's about 8 or 9 game types on there. I don't know what fucking most of them are. I know about 4 of them are DLC. The game was made by Way Forward, who made that DuckTales remastered that came out last year.
Yeah.
And this was a Kickstarter game. And as part of the Kickstarter, they, you have like the tiers that you get to, and they would do a new thing once you get to a certain volume of money. Following when they got enough to actually make it in the first place, so all of these additional DLC pieces were further. So let's say 100 grand more will make this piece, 100 grand more will make this piece, so on and so forth. It's a shame when I looked at the Kickstarter, they had some really cool stuff that they didn't get the bracket to, which would have been nice. Like FMV videos, proper videos, and full voice recording rather than text, which would have been lovely. But if you like your Metroidvania games and you want to play it for free, it's worth playing it. I can't say that I hated it. I can't say that I loved it though. It was kind of just middle of the run.
Fair enough.
Filled a couple of days. And that's me, I think. Oh no, we played Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. That was fucking excellent.
That was awesome.
That was absolutely brilliant. What is it, 2.5 hours tops?
2 and a bit hours, finished the entire game.
Yeah, that was... they've done a really fucking good job with that.
They did. I was well chuffed as well, because I texted you the other day and I was like, you fancy doing this? So I remember you saying you wanted to wait for and do it in co-op. I was like, do you fancy doing this? Like, how long to beat says it'd be about 4 hours. Do you want to have a bash? And yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It looked tight. It played tight. I like some of the new additions they'd put into it. I mean, story is fucking Streets of Rage. What do you expect? You know. But yeah, really good. Loved it. Thought it was great. Bosses weren't too. I mean, we played it on easy, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I think we'd have probably struggled if we'd have played it on anything above that.
Well, I don't know. You know, I don't think we struggled actually, because you start each new section with 6 lives. I don't know if that's an easy mode only adoption.
Yeah, true.
I know there's a mode where you don't have the ability to regenerate lives. You have one set amount of lives like the originals, and that's it.
Fuck that.
But I mean, the enemies come at you more often. They're thick and fast, and they attack you more often as well.
Yeah.
In the difference to the first one, or the second one, where only one character would attack you at a time, it's not like that anymore. You do get multiple attackers at the same time, and you have to just balance it out and throw them into each other and shit. But the juggling, I thought, was great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was awesome. It helped us get through a couple of bosses quite easy as well.
Oh, absolutely. We fucking hammered some of them when we got it down. Like, you juggle and balance the combo between the two of you. And I think I didn't check it, but it felt like the higher the combo got, the bigger our damage bracket got.
It definitely felt like that. I don't know if it's
I've not
true.
confirmed that.
Yeah.
But
no.
I liked the ability that I think they introduced in 2, where you could use the Y button to do a special.
Yeah.
But it would take your health away.
Yeah.
So in 4, you can use the Y button to do your special jump or your special just punch or whatever you wanted to do with the special. But it would only grey out a section of your health bar, and that would then regenerate, providing you didn't get hit.
Yeah.
Which was a nice touch. It meant that you could actually use some of the flare moves a little bit more often without risk of actually dying.
Yeah.
Which was good. And they've added that additional special move as well, didn't they, where you press forward, punch, and that would do one particular special move for each character with no loss of health or anything else.
Yeah.
It was just that is your special move. That was good addition as well, because that really helped to sort of add I think Axel's was like 6 or 7 hits for that special punch that he did.
Yeah.
And that would add a lot to the combos.
Yeah, hers was a couple, 3 or 4, I think. I don't think it was as big as Axel's one, but it was quite big. It helped. But I really enjoyed it. I played Streets of Rage back in the day. I can't say I've ever been a massive, massive fan, but I was really looking forward to playing 4, especially after we got our asses handed to us playing it at EGX last year.
Yeah, didn't we just?
My favourite bit was when we kind of went, didn't we play this bit at EGX last year?
Yeah.
And then the big fucking boss that whooped our asses appeared, and I was like, oh, fuck.
He wasn't so hard this time round.
He was not
easy.
And with friendly fire off, which was a big help.
Yeah, that's what made us die, I think, the most on the first one.
Yeah.
The first time we played it, because friendly fire was off. I like that you could turn that off. I was sceptical at first, because obviously that takes away from what Streets of Rage was. You know, it was always one that you kick your shit at your mate while you were playing.
Yeah.
But it worked. I think that worked a lot.
Yeah.
In its favour.
But, I mean, it's still installed, and I'm definitely happy to go back to it again. Whack it up to, different difficulty and play with some stuff.
So there is like 12 or 13 characters
that
you can use. However, the 4 that were available to us when we started are the only 4 modern characters that you can use. So the others that you unlock are all of the originals from every game. And so I unlocked the original Axel in his fucking 16-bit pixel look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I unlocked him as well.
There's a lot to do on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of modes and stuff on there. I'm not sure I'm going to be playing it on my own all that much. I started the storyline with, I don't know the name of the guy, the new one with the big metal arms.
No, don't know.
He's basically Shuri or something, Shuvi or something, I can't remember. But he's basically got electric powers. But he's got a couple of new moves which are pretty cool. So he can if you're surrounded, he can grab an enemy from either side and slam them together,
Nice.
Ooh.
which is pretty cool. His forward punch move isn't multi-hit; it's only single hit, but it's a massive radius and literally has massive knockback.
Awesome.
So like knocks everyone quite far away. He's just a bit of a bruise. He kind of reminded me of Max in a way.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I thoroughly advise anyone to, if you've got a friend you want to sit and play with, or you know someone online you want to play with, get that while it's on Game Pass. It's well worth the 2 hours you'll put into it.
Shit, yeah. And because we were talking afterwards as well, and I said I'll quite happily, obviously in a sale, I'm not spending 25 quid on it, but you know I'll grab it on the Switch at some point, and then the next time, you know, there's 4 of us hanging around in a house in London for EGX, bash through it on 4-player couch co-op. Easy.
Yeah, definitely. Great game. I was looking forward to that a lot though. When I seen it, I thought, yeah, this is right up my street.
Yeah, so I always would have played it, and I always would have gone through it, but I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it half as much going through it on me Todd.
No, it's never been that much fun on your own.
No. Whereas us sitting there going, I wonder if I can break this window. Oh yeah, you can. And it probably wasn't a good idea, because now I keep getting punched out of it. And then us going to the other side and punching out of the other window as well.
Oh, that was fucking ridiculous. And then we just get falling out the fucking lift every 5 seconds. Every single time you just punch me straight back out the window again. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It was great.
There was an achievement every 5 seconds as well.
Oh yeah, it was a thrower, a proper thrower.
I just got an achievement. What for? Hang on. I threw a weapon at someone and then caught it again.
My favourite one was when you went, oh, you got the weapon. Don't forget, you can throw it and catch it for an achievement. I went, oh yeah, how do I do that? Bing! Oh, okay. I did it.
I've got it.
But yeah, that was a proper trophy thrower. It's been a while since I've got trophies thrown at me that quickly.
I thought, okay, so I really enjoyed the game, and I did my usual thing when I finished it. Thought, I'd like to play it some more, but obviously I want to focus. If I'm going to play it on my own, I want to focus. So I'll use the achievements as that excuse. So I looked at the achievement list. I put the game down, played something else.
Well,
that achievement list is not completable by me.
What was the one you sent me?
Complete the game in Mania mode, I think, was one of them.
Complete the game on hard or above with some other weird stipulation, wasn't it? I can't remember what it was. It was absolutely mental. Here we go. Get an S rank on all stages on hard difficulty or higher. Whereas in the entire game on easy, we A ranked once.
No, hang on. It was three.
Three?
We got
really?
We got 3 A's. Yeah, we got mostly B's.
Yeah,
and a couple of C's.
S rank in that fucking game on hard? Absolutely not.
I think it wouldn't be that difficult. Once you figure out how it's the juggling and the combos that makes the rank.
Yeah.
And I think once somebody figures out a way of doing it, they'll walk it.
Yeah.
But I certainly won't be doing it.
No, that's far, far past my level of expertise. So is that everything?
I believe so.
Cool. Well, that leaves me. I've only got so my list of games is literally says abandoned AC Odyssey. We've spoken about that.
Yeah.
Marked it as abandoned on that GG app. I'm done with it. Worms and Rocket League, Streets of Rage 4, and I play. So after I abandoned Odyssey, I was like, I want to play something. What am I going to fucking play? I've got a week until Saints Row the Third comes out. What the fuck am I going to play for a week? I've got time to play games. I must play something. So I bought Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Okay.
20 quid well spent?
Well, this was always the thing, and I said this when Modern Warfare 1 Remaster came out. I said, I will gladly always spend 20 quid on a COD campaign for the most part. Because they're always fun. I don't care that it's only 5 hours. That's all I'm looking for. Modern Warfare 2, when it came out, was a 5 to 8 hour Michael Bay movie that you controlled. That's all I'm looking for, and that's all I wanted. So when I played through Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, mate, I sat there and went, this game is just the fucking shit. I love it. I absolutely adore the Modern Warfare series, and I will go to bat for all three of them any day of the week. They're so much fun. Somehow you're in a stupid fucking military shooter and you get invested in the characters in it, which is something I never expected to do. You know, the fucking no Russian thing aside, the controversy didn't bother me in the slightest, and I thought it was just dumb. But it looks great. It's not without its problems. I do think it's got some hitbox issues. But I headshotted some people and they didn't move. I was double tapping people in the head and still having to, shoot them some more. So I do think the remastered version has some hitbox issues. Maybe it's just my nostalgia. I don't remember it being that bad the first time I played on the PS3. But it's nowhere close to a deal breaker. The story is still a shitload of fun. It's still The Rock. And when I say that, I genuinely mean it is The Rock, the film, in more than one place. It wears its Michael Bay inspirations on its sleeve. And when you get to the end, the end credits start rolling, and you're fist pumping and got goosebumps, and you're ready. It's so good. Anybody that hasn't played Modern Warfare 2 for 20 quid, you genuinely cannot go wrong. It's such a fun game to play, and I will gladly play through it again when Modern Warfare 3 gets remastered, which at this point I'm guessing is inevitable. Although I don't know how well this sold. I have no idea. I haven't even considered looking for sales figures and that for it, but I would assume it done okay.
Probably. Because a lot of people had just bought it because they saw Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. They wouldn't have noticed the campaign part.
Well, but this is when I said this to you a month ago when they announced it and it suddenly appeared on PS4. I don't want the fucking multiplayer. I don't care about the multiplayer. And frankly, if they'd have released the multiplayer component as well and called it a £35 download, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But for 20 notes, bring it on.
Yeah, I can imagine that it would have been difficult to justify a £35 purchase for a campaign that didn't include the... Well, to be fair, your main element to Call of Duty has always been the campaign, never really been the multiplayer. So
always, this is why I say it's 20 quid for me is a no-brainer. I finished it Sunday. No, might have been Monday. Doesn't matter. Whenever it was, I finished it, and I got up and I was like, "Oh, that was shit." I just spent 6 hours on this. It cost me 20 quid. I've spent 20 quid on far, far worse. It's been over far quicker.
Yes, you have. But if you think about it, extrapolate out, you spent 20 quid on Call of Duty's campaign, meaning the other £30 is the multiplayer that you don't play when you buy a brand new COD.
Yep. And that 30 quid went on Saints Row the 3rd Remastered, which comes out on Friday.
Hello.
Noticed you disappeared. I just thought I'd wait till you reappeared.
I don't know what happened. My router's
just out a little bit.
Kicked off. Yeah, my router's all just shut down. No idea.
Can't complain.
I probably missed it, but how much are you looking forward to Saints Row then? Because I watched a video earlier and I thought, yeah, I could do that.
I am really looking forward to it. I texted you guys the other day, didn't I? I was like, I've looked at the achievement list. It's exactly the same as the achievement list for the PS3 version with all the DLC. Apart from one that's missing, so they've taken away the one online component trophy.
just play with someone online.
No, it was upload your character to the
Oh yeah,
Volition website. So that's gone.
yeah.
There's going to be none of that. But it's the same shit. It's a play as a woman for 2 hours and play as a man for 2 hours. You know, and it's all, most of it is all done in game.
Yeah.
You'll finish the story, and assuming you do it like you would a standard open world, you play the game, you clear districts completely before moving on. Yeah, assuming you do all that, you'll get to the end of the game and not have many things left to do. I remember both Saints Row 3 and 4. So Saints Row 3 has a play the game for 30 hours trophy, and Saints Row 4 has a be in the simulation for 40 hours trophy. And both of those, for those games, were my last trophies for the game, because everything else was done with 5-6 hours to spare. So literally both of them, I stood on top of a building and rubber banded my controller and went to bed.
I think I've got a feeling I did that on one as well.
Yeah, I think that's definitely on my list of things that... Or I may have done it just by doing some extra random crap in multiplayer.
Well, to be fair, Saints Row the Third Remastered, so it comes with all the DLC as well. So you will easily make up that 30 hours doing the 3 DLC portions at the same time. Especially if you're chasing trophies for it. So, but
Yeah, I suppose.
But first and foremost, I'm just really looking forward to playing Saints Row the Third, because Saints Row 3 and 4 are just two of my all-time favourite games. They're just absolutely brilliant fun. You know, pick up and play nonsense. Oh, I've got half an hour to play? Cool. I'm going to go drive around with a tiger in my car for a bit. You know, I am so excited. And the fucking remaster came out of nowhere.
That is true.
I had no idea what was happening. We've known for a while that Saints Row 5 is in development, but I had no idea that 3 was being remastered. Is it? I want to say B-Box, but it might be because B-Box are the guys that remastered Modern Warfare, so I might be wrong. Because actually Volition have got nothing to do with the remaster at all.
No.
But yeah, I'm super excited. I cannot fucking wait. Got me pre-order. It's preloaded, all ready to go. It's all good. Yeah.
Good stuff. I think I'm just going to pick it up, mate. What the fuck else am I going to spend 30 quid on anyway? I'm not going anywhere, I'm doing anything.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign. And then £10 to spare.
But Lee doesn't play Call of Duty.
I do not.
Well, you asked for something else to spend 30 quid on.
No, I said, what else would I spend 30 quid on?
Another of the Shantae games.
There is so many. I don't even know what's DLC and what's game. There's so many. If another one pops up, one of the modern ones, not pre-console, because I know some of them were Game Boy and stuff, but if one of them, the more modern ones, pops up onto Game Pass, then yeah, I'll play it, because it was enjoyable enough that I didn't hate. You know, I enjoyed my time with it, my limited 8 hours. But yeah, I'm not going to go hunting for the other games. I'm paying.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm quite looking forward to when they announce Modern Warfare 3 Remaster coming out, playing Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare Remastered, then Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and then Modern Warfare 3 Remastered. Play the 4 games, the full story in one go.
Yeah.
That'll be a Series X thing, and it'll be super remastered. It's a glorious 60 FPS, 4K.
Yeah, I mean, COD always ran at high FPS anyway, didn't it? That was always the beauty of that heavily modified id Tech engine, was it never looked the greatest, but it always ran really fucking well.
True.
Couldn't tell you.
But because Modern Warfare basically soft reboots, slashes, sets itself up as a prequel to Modern Warfare, Fuck's sake.
I'm so confused.
So you played last year's Modern Warfare,
Don't.
and then Call of Duty 4, and then Modern Warfare 2, and then Modern Warfare 3, and it is an on-running story-ish.
Except it isn't.
Well, kind of is. They've changed some stuff, obviously, and Acti will fuck it up by releasing Modern Warfare 2 Part 2, which will actually be the sequel to last year's one, and just completely fuck it. But as it is at the moment, apart from a couple of little changes, Modern Warfare serves as a prequel to Call of Duty 4.
Okay.
But yeah, Modern Warfare 2 remastered, definitely worth the 20 quid. Saints Row 3 remastered, to be fair, even if it just looked like Saints Row 3 and I have the ability to play it on my Xbox One, it's worth the 30 quid. So, fuck it. Cannot wait.
Fuck it.
Yeah. But that was my only contribution to this, because obviously all my other games have been with you guys this last couple of weeks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, in another bit of news, I reached a new true achievement milestone of 470,000.
Awesome.
I don't actually know what that is in
Don't
terms
get
of.
cocky.
Yeah. Oh no, it is. Wait. Oh, I don't know. True achievements really throws me off because they've got the two different scores, haven't they?
I haven't used True Achievements or True Trophies for quite a while. Since I stopped writing for them, really.
Logical.
I kind of flicked on the other week, but only because I wanted to see. I think I needed a guide for something, but it wasn't even something like important. I didn't even know what it was for either.
274,000 I'm on. Yes. Well, that is, 11, 12 years in the making now?
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
Give or take. When did the 360 come out?
Good question.
Was it 2005?
Maybe.
Oh, it was 2005, yeah. November.
I think I bought mine in 2006, possibly 2007.
Yeah, I'd have a guess mine wasn't on launch, but I just came onto True Achievements because I wanted to see which Modern Warfare games, Call of Duty games I played.
All of them.
So
No.
I was on my PlayStation on Sunday for the first time in quite a while. And while I was waiting for my mate to come on, because we were doing a bit of Man and Medan co-op, not talking about that yet, I'll talk about that next time, because hopefully next time we'll have finished it. And I'm hoping that I might be able to drag him onto the podcast as well, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going through my trophies, I was like, I fucking platinumed Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So how in the fuck did I do that?
So I have played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I got 49 out of 50 achievements on that.
Nice.
I think, if I remember rightly, something to do with stars. It was the last one that I didn't get.
Yeah, getting stars on Spec Ops.
Yeah. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare I've played, and Call of Duty Black Ops. They're the only three I've got on my list.
Nice. So
Black Ops was good.
I platinumed Black Ops as well, and that needed you to prestige in the multiplayer for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
I remember
how,
it pissed everyone off.
Yeah, it did.
I remember I personally pissed everyone off on Black Ops because I had one game online total.
Yeah.
And I got a KD of, like, I think I got 10 kills and 2 deaths.
Nice.
So my KD was like +5. And basically I sat at the top of my entire friends list leaderboard on Black Ops while they were playing it, just because I'd had one match.
Nice.
Yeah, funny stuff.
But I had to prestige on multiplayer for the platinum for Black. That's how dedicated I was to my trophy hunting back in the day. Considering I don't like and never have liked Call of Duty multiplayer, that was a big fucking deal for me.
Yeah, I can't say that I was a big fan.
I love the stories. This is the thing, and and it goes back to the conversation we were having earlier on about like stupid, shitty '90s action movies. I grew up with stupid shit '90s action movies with ridiculous storylines that Call of Duty has basically copied for the last 15 years.
Yeah, haven't they just?
I'm all in for stupid campaigns like that.
See, that works in a game as well, though, doesn't it? Having that one cheesy guy that goes through and just kills everything.
It does.
That's basically what a game is.
That's what Wolfenstein is. That's what Painkiller did. These are games that I can get behind. So if you want to release the campaigns for all these games for 20 quid a pop, I will be there and I will buy them and I will play through them. I may only play through them on fucking Recruit nowadays because I'm a giant pussy and don't have time to get annoyed in the fucking Modern Warfare 2 favelas like I did back in the day. I remember those fuckers. But yeah, I have no issues with Call of Duty campaigns, and I want more. And unless they reboot Black Ops, which might put me off, we'll see. But yeah, I think we're talking round in circles again. I think that's all done, isn't it, lads?
I played one more game yesterday evening after I finished Shantae.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I probably won't bother playing again unless someone forces me to. Which was golf with your friends.
Oh.
Was it that bad?
It was pretty drab.
So we watched.
I imagine it'd be funny with friends.
Yeah, so we watched John and
Josh.
Sorry, Josh. I'm very tired. Playing it at EGX, and it looked like
Not
it could.
fun.
Well, it looked like it could have been fun if you guys had half an idea what you were fucking doing.
Playing golf.
But the problem is, and this is always the issue with games at EGX, is if it's even remotely slightly complicated, you can't just jump in and play. You need to go through the tutorials and shit.
That game controls were not brilliant.
I do kind of fancy it. It's a Team 17 game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I do kind of fancy it. I might install it and give it a bash.
It needs tweaking.
Yeah.
I think the power-ups and stuff might make it more entertaining when you've got more people playing.
But is this going to be another fucking game that we go, you know what, let's play this together and it's couch co-op only?
No, it's definitely online co-op.
Ah, cool.
It's definitely online co-op. The power bar doesn't relate to what you're doing in the actual game. That's the only thing I found. Because 1 minute I would be fucking miles away from getting the ball in the hole, so I'd give it a good whack, and the ball would literally just go into hyperspace. It'd be fucking gone.
Nice.
But then I'll be sat right next to the putt, and I'll just give it a little tap, and the ball will just wobble. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. There's so many times like you'd think, oh, that needs a quarter of a hit. No, quarter of it's way too powerful when they sent it off the course, blah, blah, blah. So just a bit odd. I think it needs a bit of tweaking.
Oh, fair enough. I might still install it just to have a bash.
No, you might as well.
But I've got a couple of games that I've pre-ordered. Well, I've got a game that I pre-ordered and one game that I bought because it was cheap and looked interesting on the Switch. So I've got plenty of games to play. I bought Monstrum today.
What is Monstrum?
Monstrum is a procedurally generated first-person survival horror game.
Is that is that Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I've seen the advert for that. Looked all right. If you like horror.
Yeah. It's. I'll be honest. I've watched a video of it being played, and it looks like fun, but it also looks kind of like arse. So I thought, Switch will probably be a good place for this because it will be much, much more forgiving on a very small screen.
Yeah.
And I'm aware that's me being a complete dick about it, but I'm like, it does look okay, and I think I could get some time out of it. But yeah, small screen and procedurally generated. It's it's one and done. So if you're on a train or whatever, if the trains ever happen again, you have a bash between here and Euston, and then put it away, and then do a whole new game from Euston to home. It speaks to me, silly survival horror. I'm up for that. And then I bought something called Thief Simulator because it's currently £1.60 in the sale.
A what simulator?
Thief Simulator.
I thought you said flea simulator. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep, you're a tiny little black dot jumping about on the back of a dog. No, Thief Simulator, which does look like a little bit of fun. Looks like I'll get bored of it in about half an hour, but for £1, fuck it.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong for £1, really.
Nah. So that'll probably be my gaming on Friday while I sit in the kitchen, even though I'm not working on Friday, because Maya and Nikita both will be working, and I'm going to need something to do. So I'll sit in there on the Switch and sit and play silly Thief games. But yeah.
Yep.
Lit.
But yeah. Are we all done then, boys and girls, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen?
Yeah. I mean, other than, I think we should probably just approach the horse in the room, which is Phil's racism the other night, and just to say that it's not okay, Phil. Next time you join us for a game, please leave it.
I do kind of feel the need to tell people that don't know Phil that we are in fact joking.
I don't even know.
You are.
Well, I've spoken to Phil once, and he wasn't racist near me, and it was quite funny.
Yeah, but you're not black.
True.
Well, I mean, sure. Let's not let facts get in the way of a good story.
That is true. I second John on that one.
Go on, Fox News.
I'm just ever so slightly scared that the 9 people that regularly listen to us are going to go, is he actually a racist?
No, I'm just poking fun at him. I know that he occasionally listens now. Yeah. And I like to have a laugh at his expense.
It was kind of fun playing with him the other day. Having never spoken to him a day in my life before, it was interesting. But yeah,
well, you got to start somewhere, mate.
Well, of course you do, But it was a laugh, and I would say I would enjoy playing with him again if he happens to be around and we're all playing Rocket League because we've got nothing else to play.
Yep.
Cool. Because Rocket League is the kind of thing that you just pick up and play. Just send a text and be like, yo, Rocket League, and people will respond back with either yes or, well, yes.
Well, that's pretty much how I got him on. I just said, yo, are you playing Rocket League?
There you go. All right, and boys. Lee, until this time next month when you're on again, where can people find you?
Just Pyro Loveridge everywhere, as always.
Cool. John, where can people find you?
I am on Twitter as the John_CU and on Xbox Live as Long Dong Silver.
Cool. I am on Twitter at Brook411, and you can find my other podcast at Mild Threat Pod on Twitter. Also, me and my mate Emma, we're doing the second episode of our horror podcast. It's going to be about Final Girl Theory, which is, if you're into that kind of thing, come have a listen. It's basically going to be a prelude to how all university is going to be done from now until 2022 with the COVID virus. So, might as well get a head start. It's all going to be remote, mate. It's all going to be podcasted and recorded. There's going to be no face-to-face stuff at any universities ever. Not for a couple of years. Guaranteed. Anyways. And if you don't want to listen to me or John or Lee or any of us individually...
Then fuck off.
That too. You can find Character Unlocked at Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter at Character Unlock. Yeah. So until the next time, thanks everybody for listening, and thanks to Lee again for coming on.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, John, for contributing so much to your list of games that you've played.
I like the part where Lee kept egging me on for Football Manager.
Next time I might just not come on and let you two talk and just let you send me the audio when you're done. Actually, no, that's a terrible idea.
sometimes it's nice when John speaks and it doesn't sound like he's dead to the world. And generally, that's just Football Manager. Talk to him. It sounds like he has genuine interest and a lust for life again when he talks about Football Manager.
We need to find you a new
Yes.
game, John.
Nothing will ever compete with Football Manager because Football Manager is entirely based on statistics and data analysis.
I
And
don't
am
think that's
that
anything to
sad
do with
person.
it. I think you're just addicted and you can't put it down. And it happens to all of us, but you'll get there eventually, mate. Just talk it out. Talk it out.
Okay.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in a couple of weeks. Yeah. Gents, say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night, gents.